final task before moving on to the achievement standard, for which you can gain 4 credits, will be to pull all your knowledge that you've gained so far together into a nice, easy to read poster. So by doing this, you'll be able to access this poster during your achievement standard, and you'll be able to use all your notes and be able to find them nice and easily. So make sure you do make the effort to do this properly, and if you need help along the way, make sure you ask. So I'll talk through the steps that you need to do. You can do this digitally on Google Drawings if you like, or even in Google Slides, where you do one slide per section, or you can do it as a hard copy on a big piece of paper. So collect that from me, and this is what you'll do. So you'll first of all divide your piece of paper into 3 sections. On one of those sections, you're going to stick the heading here, how temperature affects reaction rate. So that's going to go on one section. On the second section, you're going to have how the amount of reactants affects reaction rate. And then the third section will say how concentration of reactants affects reaction rate. In each of those sections, you're going to summarise your notes for that particular heading. So the very first experiment that you did with the magnesium and the hydrochloric acid, and you changed the temperatures, that was the temperature investigation. So you might like to find your planning sheet from that and see what you did and see your results, have a look at your graph, have a look at the notes that you wrote about how temperature affects reaction rate, and stick all of that onto that piece for that bit of the poster. Then you'll do the same thing for the amount of reactants. So you'll find your notes on that section. You'll find the experiment that you did where you changed the amount of hydrochloric acid that you were putting in with the magnesium, and you kept the temperature the same because you'd already learnt that that was something that you had to control. So find that part of your notes and that experiment, and then include all that information, including the graph from your experiment, into that section of your poster. And then finally, you looked at how the concentration of reactants affects the reaction rate. So find your notes about that one. This is the one that you did the unit standard for, so this was the independent variable one, and then these two were the control variables. So find your notes for that and put that onto the last section of your poster. Once you've got all those notes on there and your graphs from your assessments, from your experiments, those reports, then you're going to move on to step 4. So you're going to draw a particle diagram for each to show what's happening. So you might need to work that one out. That won't be as straightforward as what it sounds. You need to draw little circles, different coloured circles and arrows and energy lines to show what's happening in each of those different areas. And then on the back, you can draw a diagram and explain in words what collision theory of particles is. So I'll provide you with some more information for that. You can collect that off me, and you can use that to help you with this last step here, step 5. Once you've completed your poster, check back through, make sure you've got all the bits on it, and then show it to me or share it to me so that I can talk through it with you, and we can go over any questions that you might have before you start your real achievement standard.